That's so cool!
Joining the movement for doing what you want before stream.
Oh, hey. What are you guys doing here? I was just doing some typing tests. I just kind of felt like showing off my typing skills because I'm very, very proud of them. And I don't even remember what triggered it. Oh, yeah, it was Who's Weaving. Who's Weaving's just like, I hear you typing. And I'm like, man, if you're going to hear me typing, you're going to see me type. Don't drink and type. Yo, Zin, if you're still here in like an hour after I've had a few of these, have me do the typing test again. I'll keep this tab open, and we can do the test again when I'm tipsy, and then we can see what the difference is. I think that'll be super fun. What was your score? Were you not paying attention? Oh my goodness. Not that one. No, go away. I have to go over here. Bring it back here. There's my score. The 98 was on medium difficulty. 102 was on hard. 115 was on easy. So I don't count the 115 because that was on like easy mode. There was more to it. But yeah, Hopefinder, no Popefinder. No, Popefinder hasn't come out yet. All right, but yeah, hi guys, what's up? Oh, I have to do my typical. What's up, Andrew, Kirby, Davy, Who's Weaving, Grim, Bob, Harriet, General, Zin, K. I think I said Bob already. Chef, Zin, I already said Zin, Anonymous, Jack-o'-lantern. What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody. But yeah, remind me to do that again in like an hour. I want to see how alcohol affects my typing speed. Speaking of which, I definitely did not say alcohol. I definitely said age appropriate beverage. Yes. Thanks, General Knight. Also, fun hack. If you're ever drinking age-appropriate seltzer and you feel like it doesn't taste good enough, you notice. I try to notice everybody, at least at the beginning of a stream. I like to reward people who are here at the beginning. Take your drink, take some Mio water flavoring, just put in like a squirt, and then pour your age-appropriate seltzer onto it, and you get like a carbonated juice, and it's fantastic. This is like my go-to, because now it's like mango seltzer, and it's fantastic. Even though it seems like it's sinking to the bottom, which is weird. There we go. Boom, mango seltzer. All right. So, life hacks. Definitely life hacks for adults and only age appropriate. Also, I'm sorry if my hair looks like garbage. I meant to take a shower before this, and then I didn't. But yeah, y'all, this is Hopefinder. This is... Oh, what's up, Valhalla? I see you. This is Hopefinder, a no-class Pathfinder 2e hack written by our very own Jason Bullman and his brand Minotaur Games. So I have no idea what to expect from this. All I know is it's zombie apocalypse. Jason loves zombie apocalypses, and he's been streaming 7 Days to Die for like the last year. So I expect to see a lot of 7 Days to Die influence. Oh my god. What does it mean by classless setting? So, what that means is there are no character classes. There's no fighter, wizard, rogue, anything like that. Instead, I actually have the character sheet here. Everybody has the same hit points, I believe. There might be some differences from Ancestries. I haven't read it. But you don't have a class. Rather, and I think this is super cool, Jason has written this so that you don't pick... There is roles, but notice how it says flashback roll. You don't finish... This is not made by Paizo Only Stamina. This is made by Jason Bullman, who is one of the really high-ups of Paizo. I don't know his exact position title. It's based on 2E. But the flashback roll, everything in the flashback section, you do not write during character creation. Rather, I believe, during the course of the game, you can opt to have a flashback which explains something, and then you commit to that ability and trait. So I think you still will almost have a class horror, but you're going to sort of build your own out of flashbacks. Rather than just theory crafting, we have the book here. Also, sorry it's going to be like a little bit awkward. It's one of those PDFs that, like, by default, it's made to just go page by page, but this is not as fun to look at. So I'm going to be zooming it in. Got some flavor text here about... So yeah, apparently this takes place in 2033, I think. I believe, yeah. According to Jason, the end of the world happens on December 2022. That is when the world ends. Or at least begins to end. Amnesia the game. The box set starts with 15 feats. The split between text, entry field, and the pre-existing text in the character. I don't know what that said. Okay, so Hopefinder is a game of survival in the zombie apocalypse, powered by the Pathfinder 2nd Edition game engine. This is the survivor's guide containing all the rules. Narrator's guide is not out yet. You are a survivor, one of the few that made it, who lived through the downfall of a civilization where the contagious plague turned up most of the world into flesh-eating monsters. Yeah, through your play, your origin will be revealed. So yeah, you build your character as you play. Where can one find Hopefinder? Oh my god, I didn't add it to the description. Thank you for saying that. Let me find drive-through RPG Hopefinder. Because that probably should be in the description when I'm talking about it. Oh, by the way, this is not sponsored or anything. Jason didn't pay me for this. He gave me the copy for free, and I'm like, cool, I'll check it out. So he's not paying me to look at this, but I wanted to, and he gave it to me for free, so I'm like, cool, I'll look at it on stream on like an off thing. I have added it to the description, so if you refresh the page, you should be able to see it in the description. Game is based off Pathfinder 2e. Many of the details are changed to better suit the genre of Hopefinder. 4 to 6 players called survivors and 1 player as a narrator. Yeah. Okay, each survivor starts off with a very basic set of skills and abilities, but throughout play, each one will experience several flashbacks to their life before the fall and events from the early days of the outbreak. These will shape your survivor, unlocking new feats and abilities. Although the survivor knew these skills the whole time, most keep their talents hidden until they are needed. It seems like you cannot trust anyone after the fall, so that's a cool reasoning. That's a really, really cool reason to not have all your abilities, because you're hiding it. You're keeping it inside. Also, I know Bob Radley. 88 people in the stream and only 31 likes? Come on. You can break 50. You can break 50 likes on the video. It's free. In addition to flashbacks, characters will gain levels as they struggle to survive. Jason also mentioned that this game is specifically milestone. There is no experience. It's all milestone. Yo, Reaper, thank you for the $5 super chat.
So cool.
Which cannot be read at all over this.
This could be used as a jumping off point for modern Pathfinder. Modern guns are always the biggest headache.
Honestly, yeah, I'll have to see how the actual rules work. But yeah, if the rules, because it's made for modern, so maybe these could be, maybe you could further adapt these rules into a modern setting without zombies. Alright, the world is falling apart in the game, and your gear is no exception. Items degrade, and supplies are scarce. Okay, interesting. Alright. A year after the Z-Plague was out, there was nothing left, and the world's population was reduced to less than 0.1%. So what, if we have 8 billion, maybe 9 billion at this point, who knows? Less than a tenth of 1%. So 1% of 8 billion is what, 80 million? Yeah, 80 million is 1%. So there's less than 8 million people left on the planet. Call of Pathfinder zombies. Yeah, honestly, I don't know anyone who actually uses XP, I won't lie. The year is 2032. There are just over 500,000 people. That's way less than 0.1%, Mr. The rest are dead. Over 7 billion corpses. The city of Seattle was one of the places hardest hit in the early days of the plague. Downtime is an infested, haunted ruin. To the south is an irradiated wasteland where the military tried to contain with a tactical nuclear strike. Let's go. It's Hopefinder, not Mathfinder. Oh, you live in the Free Ballard settlement north of downtown. Okay, so the game takes place in Seattle. Interesting. And yet there is hope. This is a game about keeping the lights on for one more day, striving to find a reason to carry on when all seems lost. It can be a game about redemption, salvation, and finding joy. All may seem dark, but that makes your story, your light, shine even brighter. Also, what am I doing with this music? Hold on. It's spooky. It's spooky. Give me, there we go. How's that? Can you guys hear that okay, or do you need it louder? Sorry, you're stuck in Washington. Dude, imagine all the free dragon loot. I wonder if the game taking place in Seattle is a wink towards Shadowrun. I don't know. Maybe. There's music. Uh-oh. Let me turn this up a little bit. How about now? Can you hear it now? Is it coming through on track 1? Should be. Are we nice and spooky? Is it spooky season? I like the name Hopefinder. Makes me want to tell a comforting story. Right? Yeah, I think that's what this is about. It's about telling a comforting story in a dark setting. Hopefinder is not a complete game by itself and relies on the core rules of Pathfinder to function. Some Pathfinder content may work here, but much of it has been replaced with a simple, classless system of feats. You can pick up and add other material at the narrator's discretion. As a simple guide, most of the more fantastical content is out. Hopefinder is set in the real world, and magic does not exist. Combat works mostly how it does in Pathfinder. You still roll initiative, take 3 actions, and rolling a 20 or beating the target number by... Okay, so it still has the plus 10 success crit system. Critical hits are more lethal. Music's a little loud. I got you. Yeah, I want that low. I want it just barely there. Yo, what's up, Arturo? Welcome to the stream. You still die the same way, just quicker. Zombies without magic? They're scientific. They're science zombies, Anonymous. Marshall versus Caster debate is done. Caster's died out. Marshall stayed alive. End of game. But yeah, so it's zombies that are science zombies. Thought we lost you? Did I die for a second? The primary rule you need to know is this. If a rule is discussed here, it's usually to talk about how it is different from Pathfinder. If it is not mentioned here, it works the same way it does. And the first rule still applies. If a rule here doesn't work for you and your group, feel free to change it to ensure everyone has a good time. Thank you, Mr. Bowman. Thanks, Dad. Okay. So, I suppose, trigger warning. If you are from Stockholm, let's go, Zay. Good to see you. Thank you. So, trigger warning for those who are squeamish or whatever. We will likely, even in this stream, be talking about blood, cannibalism, death, disease, gore, mass destruction, mental illness, murder, profanity, societal collapse, substance use, and zombies. Okay, so that's all. All of those have mechanical effects. And apparently there is mention. Okay, interesting. Hidden content. This is cool. This is almost like a trigger warning in itself, where like in content is mentioned in the mechanics. Hidden content is mentioned in the world detail, but not mechanical. Out content is something that Bowman does not even want as part of his game. Like, it adds nothing. We would all be better off without it. That's fair. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you, Bowman. Thank you, Dad. I wonder when I'll get I'm just waiting for the day I get a message from Bowman being like, Can you stop calling me Dad, please? People are gonna start thinking you're actually my son. And then I'll be like, but Dad, I am your son. Alright. I need to fill this up. I'm gonna get tipsy very quickly, but that's because I haven't been tipsy in a week, I think. Week and a half. Trigger warning pregnancy. I'd say trigger warning for pregnancy because of the setting. You know, pregnancy in itself is not really that triggering, but the thought of being pregnant in a zombie apocalypse or any dystopian reality can be terrifying for people. If he says that, you should call him Daddy. No! No, I'm not even going to say that out loud because people will just take it out of context and have too much fun with it. Character creation is simpler than Pathfinder. I wonder if it'd be better if I did this. Can I zoom in any further? I actually can't zoom in farther. This is as zoom as it gets? Really? It's not even a zoom button. Must be dependent on like the type of thing. Alright. Alright. So we are Survivor Creation. Jason is Dad Finder. I can't mega zoom. I'm sad I can't mega zoom. So record your ancestry as human. You are always... Okay, so this is real world. Like, not even part fantasy. It is just human. Do not pick a heritage or ancestry feat. You always start with 8 hit points. You are medium or small. Okay, cool. Your speed is 25 feet. This is Zombie Finder, Grim. Pick 2 different ability modifiers and give them a +1. Don't bother with scores. Hopefinder only uses ability modifiers. Jason taking the leap. that official Pathfinder was too scared to do, which I respect, but also understand. Individual scores don't matter. Individual scores, 12, 13, 15, 18, don't matter at all. All that matters is +1. Thank you. You can also give one ability modifier a -1 to give something else +1. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. Ancestry. Oh, it's not typable. That's too bad. It's not actually typable. So we won't be able to build our character out here, unfortunately. Hey, I'm not saying buy big numbers. I think we'll still get bonuses. Well, maybe proficiency is a thing. I don't know. I'm curious to see. We'll keep going. Select a background from those found on page 8. These represent your life from the fall up to this moment. We will reveal your history before the fall through a flashback during play. Each background gives you 2 additional +1 bonuses, a trained skill, a feat, and gear. So right now we're at about 4 different +1s, and then a free +1. Looks like that's all you get. You get 4 +1, so you get like 4 things. You gotta have 4 things at 12 or 2 things at 14. It's easy to make it typable, but it does. Yeah, I don't know if like, can you? I know. How do you like force something to be typable? There's a way to do it, right? So I would love to make one on screen here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want to sign. Isn't there a way to just type on a PDF? Redact, fill and sign, fill and sign. It's trying real hard, chat. There we go. Okay, we got it. So we are Pooh-Man. Then we can just go boop. There we go. Chat, what's our name? What's our zombie apocalypse name? Like before, how long ago did the zombie apocalypse start? 10 years ago in canon, Anonymous. The fall was 2022. The game takes place in 2032. Aster Sinclair, Zombie Bob. But yo, what's up, Voice of Reason? I see you. Terrence, Who Man, John Pathfinder. I'm a big fan of John Pathfinder. I love it. Greetings, my name is John Pathfinder. Fred Bullman. I like Fred Bullman a lot too. Age, I don't think matters. Pronouns will be he, him. So hit points are always going to start at 8 plus cons. So everything starts at 10 like usual. 10. Uh-oh. OCD people, I'm sorry. I will not be spending the time to make this all look as pretty as possible, but I want you to take solace that it hurts me too. I'm going to make it look pretty. I can't. It actually hurts me too much. Okay. So we get 2 different abilities to make +1. So obviously, what's most important in a zombie apocalypse? Being charismatic and not being dumb. Being a nerd. I'm just gonna make me. I'm just gonna make me as John Pathfinder. Let's go to page 8 and select a background. Backgrounds. Each survivor has a background that describes how they managed to survive up to this point in the apocalypse. These scars and lessons are evident to those around you, which is why this is chosen as part of your character creation. Think of this as part of your reputation around the settlement. Later during play, flashbacks will detail your life before the fall and pivotal... Oh, that's cool. So a background is not your life before the apocalypse. Your background is how you survived the last 10 years. That's super cool, Jason. Like, actually, I think that's freaking rad. So authority, builder, bully, hacker, fixer. I mean, entertainer's probably perfect. Man, it's just such a cool idea. When you hear background, like in an RPG, you always think this is everything your character did up to the fall. But no, your flashbacks are what you did before the fall. And Andrew just tipped $1.
The purpose of this donation is to interrupt at Nonat 1's train of thought and ability to read for a few moments.
And it worked. Become clown? It's supposed to just be the... Oh, you're right. There's no 10. I'm an idiot already. I already forgot. Holy cow. How could I be so stupid? I literally spent like a full minute talking about how much I loved that. Wow, I'm not a smart person. Thank you. Does Jason watch your videos? I don't know. I've gotten an occasional comment from him over the last 3 years, but not many. And you even complimented them. Become clown? All right, fine. We'll be a clown. Entertainer. When they aren't terrified or running for their life, most folk are just bored. With no radio, TV, or internet, you carved a niche by providing some simple entertainment. +1 to con and charisma. Yo, we're so, like, attractive. And that's about it. Did the music end? Oh, it ended. I'm gonna need you on repeat there, bud. I'm gonna need you to repeat that spooky music there, bud guy. Before the fall, children's fall show host. Post-fall, marine level killing machine. I'm glad it was worth your $1, Andrew. Attractive and healthy. That's me. Attractive and healthy. Anyway. So, we also get trained in performance. Okay, so this uses the proficiency system. So that means our performance would be like charisma plus proficiency. Assuming proficiency works the same, that's an extra +3. That's a +5. Kinda big. Welcome to Mr. Pathfinder's neighborhood. Today we're going to be talking about fighters. What was that little heart I just got? I don't know if anyone can actually read that, but let me go ahead and just screen cap this real quick. I even have the timestamp on it. Save as. Just save that there. Go to my where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hi, Jason. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Guys, my dad wasn't subscribed to me for almost 3 years. Don't call him daddy. Impressive performance skill feat. I mean, we're going all in here, so where does background go? Where does second level? Before feat? Fall feat? Which one is it? Just says a skill, a feat, and a piece of gear. Is that my fall feat? I just wanted you to succeed on your own. Oh man, glad to have you in here, Jason. This is really cool, Jason. I don't know how long ago did you get here? He's in the chat. It's him. It's the Bull Man. Or as my girlfriend still jokingly calls him, Gary Gygax. Where does that go? I can't find the... Oh, background skill feat. There it is. I'm just literally blind. Been here from the start, but had to disappear into a staff meeting. Okay, but, like, you own Paizo, right? Like, you just own it, so can't you just be like, sorry, everybody, we're postponing the staff meeting to tomorrow. My son is talking about my third-party spin-off of Pathfinder. Alright, and my gear is an instrument. Let's go. Hold on. Where does gear go? Armor, clothing, and shields. Inventory owner. So, alright, it's gonna be a readied item. It's, bongos. We are a bongo clown. I think that's Nonat. No. I'm pretty sure, not quite. I just make the games. Fine. Go to your stupid staff meeting. Talk about the future of the game and what products we're releasing next and how to make the game better. Okay, so there's our background. John Pathfinder's bongo solo. Hold on. Wait. 12 seconds. Actually, while I'm doing this, I am going to run an ad because it's going to take me about that long. So, boop. I see you, ad blockers. Okay. I'm back. I just had to get into character. Yeah! Yeah, Ruffy, you totally see it. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. They're the GameCube DK drums. Yeah, DK bongos, baby! That's Mario. Why are you playing a Mario theme on DK's bongos? Because DK's, shut up. Wait, where are we? Why are we up here? Okay, Survivor Creation. Background. Select one ability modifier, give it +1. This should be an ability that is important to you, and one that you have already improved. So the game outright says you should be maxing out, like, one good skill, one good ability. I guess, you know, we don't mess around with our bongos. So we're just going to go ahead and just pump up that charisma. I mean, that's the bongo stat, you know? Charisma is the bongo stat. Straight up. That's what I've done. Play the Diddy Kong Racing thing? Okay. Here's Diddy Kong Racing. Alright, you're welcome, General Knight. Mark yourself as trained in 2 saving throws and expert in 1. So the bongos definitely give us expert in fortitude, with a +1 from constitution would give us 4, 5, 6. So that's a +6 there. So our reflex would be +3, and our will would also be +3, because we're only trained in those. Bongo stats, clearly. You don't need to be smart to play bongos. You just got a bong. I missed these. These were such a good controller. My god. These are so old. No. You don't gotta hit them hard. You just gotta hit them right. All humans are trained in perception, light armor, and simple weapons. Okay, I'm not gonna mark those down. Pick your skills. Select a number of skills equal to 4 plus your intelligence. I won't worry about that. Like, skills, cool. Like, we can assume that as a bongo master, we would be trained in diplomacy to calm them down. Why does it specify all humans? Because this is real world. Like, it is the real world, so there are no non-humans. All humans should be trained in bongos. True. Yep. 4 plus your intelligence modifier. Mark them as trained. Select 2 basic survivor feats. Yes, but specifically humans rather than just... Wait, where do you see humans? Zombies aren't trained. Wait, I don't see humans. Mark yourself. Oh, I said humans? I don't remember saying that. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember half the things I say. Alright. So 2 basic survivor feats, page 19. Let's take a look at some survivor feats, shall we? If you use them as weapons, are they bonkos? Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, okay, these are skill feats. Basic feats. How many basic feats are there? We got that many. Okay, so there's only like 12. Let's go through the basic feats, shall we? As a survivor of the apocalypse, Germans live in Germany. Are you sure, Nairufa? That doesn't track. That doesn't sound right. Can we play as the zombies? No, I'm afraid. But you can die and become a zombie, but then you don't get it's not your character anymore. Select any of the 2 of the following when creating your survivor. Adept. Increase your proficiency in 1 skill by 1... Whoa! You can just start expert in something with assurance. That's great. Yo, what's up, First Last? Catch up for the stream on 1.75 or something like that? Sounds good. Nairufa, Hopefinder is Jason Bullman's hack of Pathfinder 2E to make it take place in the real world 10 years in the future, 10 years after the fall of society to a scientific zombie plague. And no, Nairufa, you are not allowed to sexualize the zombies. Because I know you at this point. Built. Yo, I'm built. You have been trained with a lot of gear and armor. Increase your bulk limit by 2 when you wear 2 sets of armor. Yo, did Jason add an ability to put armor over armor to make yourself clumsy but more protected? Because that's kind of awesome. Look, sexy evil gay. I'm not allowed to say it on screen. I just don't want to get demonetized. I have nothing against those who find monsters physically appealing. I've made Smasher Pass videos. I just don't want to get demonetized. Armor on armor, kind of cool. Especially if it's like duct tape armor and then like metal armor on top. That'd be rad. Exceptional. You're just that good. Aw, Jason wrote this for me. Increase any ability modifier by +1. You cannot increase your highest modifier. Oh, that's well designed. I love that. I love that a lot. You can't just double down, but you can get something else high. Can we use Book of the Dead here? I don't know. Roper is lonely. No one likes ropers. Ropers suck. Smasher Pass with Paizo devs? Never, because that would make people uncomfortable. I am fine with Smasher passing fictional monsters. I'm not going to smash or pass real people, because that's really, really messed up. Like, unless I got all of their permission, like every single one agreed, like, yes, that would be funny and I'm comfortable with it, I'm not going to do that, because that would just make so many people upset. Smasher Pass Pokemon video? I'm not Markiplier! Hardy, Fortitude proficiency by 1. So here's what's broken about this. I could start with Master Fortitude saves. Do it with your patron. God, no! Ugh! I've already had some experience with parasocial relationships through Patreon or otherwise. I'm not gonna smash or pass them. God! Messed up. This is cool, but it's definitely broken. This is definitely overpowered. Like, I could just bump my Fortitude saves up to +8 at level 1. Holler. Bulk limit by 3. Once per session, you can... I like this. This is something... I know it's meta, and it would vary in power based on the table. I like once per session. I think that's cool. I think that it makes abilities useful, even in tables where time doesn't pass very often. God damn it, Zin. Zin, that's you, Marcos, right? That's you, Marco. Yeah? Let's see. Chuck Tingle. I don't even know what that means. I hate the name Chuck Tingle, though. You can spend 10 minutes to find one item of your choice with a barter value equal to your level. Inoculate. Yep. All right. That makes it a little less weird, but also, Inoculated. You have received the basic inoculation against the Z Plague. If you contract the disease while you're in stage 1, you roll Fortitude saves with advantage. That's really strong. But I feel like Hardy is just better. Like, chat, you know better than me. What's the average bonus of advantage? It's like +5, right? Like, rolling with advantage is typically an average of +5. Yo, what's up, Bernardo? Good to see you. What if Jason just had this live stream up on the big screen for the board meeting? I would be honored. Like, wait until you get bitten. So this is like +5 specifically against infection, whereas this is +2 against infection, and +2 against everything else, and 4 extra hit points. I feel like Hardy is just better than Inoculation, but I suppose there's nothing wrong with having an option that is a bigger bonus against a specific idea. That's something Pathfinder's not doing much, you know? As if Smasher Pass is something else. That's true, they do stack. That's true, you could take both. If you just wanted, because you get 2 basic feats at level 1. So if you wanted to be completely anti-zombie, Hardy and Inoculated together is nuts. Keen. Always being on edge. Increase perception to expert. You lose less action. Ooh, that's a cool one. That's really, really neat. I like that a lot. Smasher Pass Dragon types. Kirby, have you not seen my Smasher Pass Dragon video? Because I've already made that exact video, Kirby. Multilingual, add 2 languages. Oh, this is cool, because you get to actually add, like, French or Spanish or Korean to your thing. You have? Kirby King. Look up Nonat 1's Smash or Pass. And it's literally the first one. Alright, this video flopped hard. This video flopped so hard, but I love this thumbnail. I love the thumbnail of that one. So much. Smash or pass your videos. Smash. All of them. Daily. Nimble. Speed by 5 feet. Reflex by 1. Cool. Practice. 3.5, roughly. Oh, for advantage? It's only plus 3.5, really. Huh. Practiced. You know how to use one weapon very well. Increase your proficiency of one type of simple weapon to expert. Once per combat, you can ignore 1 ding to that weapon. Ooh, okay, so that's probably part of the degradation system. Oh, so if you crit fail on an attack, it lowers your weapon's durability. I like that a lot. That makes it so you shouldn't just swing wildly with 3 actions. Oh, I like that a lot. Jason, that's awesome. If that's how it works. I assume, after reading this, that's how it works. That a crit fail lowers your weapon's durability, possibly breaking it. Because, yeah, one thing I hate to see as a GM is usually new players who don't know about the system super in-depth, but, you know, attacking at -10. What if you're proficient in hands? Well, then you can catch them. Although I don't think you want to be punching zombies. Nothing scares you. Increase your will proficiency by 1 step. You're immune to frightened. In the zombie apocalypse, that sounds really helpful. Yo, see you later, Zolgathor. Have a great day at work, alright? I mean, you say that, Bernardo. But yeah, oh no, okay, you're saying that hands do break. That's true. Your hands can break, you know? If you punch a human skull, you might break the skull, but you'll also probably hurt your knuckles. If you do that enough, you'll fracture something. Yeah, I've seen Train to Busan. You use your feet and your elbows, which are guarded by duct tape. Rich. Increase your starting gear by 4. Barter. It looks like money is no longer a thing. Like, there's no gold or dollars. It's just barter, which is kind of cool. Every time you increase in level, gain an additional 4 barter worth of gear. This is a cool feat. This is such a cool, unique feat. A feat that gets you more money, and it would really only work in a way, like in a situation like this where money doesn't exist. I think that's awesome. I would love to see something like that in Pathfinder, where I don't know how you do it, but like every time you like level up, you just get free stuff. Like a feat or even a chain of like skill feats related to charisma that get you free stuff. You get really good at convincing people to give you stuff. I think that'd be awesome. Isn't the save proficiency increase just a substitute for what all the base Pathfinder classes automatically give you? That's true, but these are basic feats. I think there's more feats than just these. I think 3.5 has that exact feat. You get money on level up? Really? Huh. I'm reminded of a prior zombie game I was in where I mastered grappling. People asked, why would you want to grapple them? So, grappling zombies, not a bad idea. Zombies are not smart. They are mindless. If you can get them in like a strangle chokehold, like the most dangerous part is in order to hold their claws, which if this is an apocalypse where a scratch can infect you, it's far less effective. If it is only bites, if this is a zombie apocalypse where only bites infect you, grappling is great. You know, push their head into the dirt, hold their arms behind their back, they can't do anything. Now, again, because grabbing at the wrist is not a bad idea if their scratches are harmless. But if scratches are infectious, you don't want to grab at the wrist. I think P2E has a feat for haggling prices. It might be, maybe it does, but I think it's really, really vague on what it does. Talented, 2 skills to trained. Warrior, martial weapons, heavy armor. This is how you become a fighter. Problem is, there's going to be more than one zombie. Absolutely. Yeah, there will usually be more than one zombie. But hopefully, you're not alone. Because if you're alone, you're dead. Fun fact. Don't go into the zombie apocalypse alone. Alright, so for our basic feats, let's take... we don't need multilingual, because Bongo is the language of the world. We'll take adept at performance to make performance expert. And, oh wait, that's +7. Big. And then we'll take... We're going to take practiced. Basic feat 1 is... was it exceptional? No, it wasn't exceptional. I forget the name. I already forgot the name. Not keen. That's ability modifier. I already forget which one I took. I legit already practiced. No, I literally already forgot which one I took. I'm not even drunk yet. I'm just. Oh, it was adept. That's what it was. Adept. Oh my god. Have you looked at starting HP yet? Yep, it is always 8 plus Constitution. So adept, and then my other basic feat will be practiced in metal bongos. That is my weapon that I have expert proficiency with, is metal bongos. Dude, anonymous, I've got mad hamster brain. Hamster brain hits hard. Bonkos? Oh, you're right. How could I? They are, of course, called bonk. The weapon is called bonkos. Cool. All right, so what is the next part of character creation? So we got 2 feats. Pick your skills. I'm not going to worry about. Select starting gear. Barter equal to 10 plus charisma. So we have, I think, 13? 13 barter. So we'll take a look at gear. Let's take a look at some gear real quick. See what's out here. What's available to us. Look over there, something shiny. I don't believe you, Andrew. You have proven to be untrustworthy. Look, who's weaving? I'm not saying that charisma does give money, but you and Andrew did both donate before I was even on screen. I'm just saying. If the item you want has a barter value... Wait, okay. There it is! Okay, yeah, look. You can't just give me money because I'm attractive.
Oh, cool. A shiny.
That's very shiny. Look. You know what? Let me rephrase that. You can just give me money because I'm attractive. I'll take it. I mean, look at this mustache. Look at this mustache and tell me that you're not just like, I want to give him $30.
This is shiny now, look at IT.
I'm not a goldfish. Look, hamsters are at least smarter than goldfish. I'm just a very attractive hamster. You both tried to do it. As literally the business model for OnlyFans. Yes, I would argue, Daniel, it is also the business model for every entertainer in the world. YouTube, movie, theater, whatever. You need charisma for... I'm getting another drink. Who's weaving? Thank you for the money! I appreciate it! That $30 will help me pay my rent! Boy! You're very, very kind! I can't believe you've given me so much money! Do you know what that money goes to? Usually rent! Great! Now I also have to thank Valhalla for giving me $10! Guess what it's going to? Rent! I might be a little tipsy. Thank you guys so much. That's really, really kind of you. Holy cow. That is one attractive hamster right there. Oh, y'all are so freaking generous. Thank you. Yo, Jonathan's here. All right. Everyone put the illegal substances away. Jonathan's here. Oh, y'all are super nice. Fun fact, hamsters can't get drunk. I don't believe you. Jonathan, what'd you miss? Not much. We're just going through character creation in Hopefinder. It's pretty simple so far. Like, everyone's a human, everyone has very limited capabilities, but you can pick up a few feats here and there to be better at something than others. But, in my defense, this definitely not alcohol, but if it was, it'd probably be like 8%. Petition to change the race from human to hamster. Welcome to Hopefinder, the zombie apocalypse survival hack of Pathfinder 2e, and everyone is a hamster. Dee-dee. Remember, guys, if YouTube asks, it's just seltzer. Yeah, so far I've been told that I don't need to be on stream to get paid, to get tipped. I don't, like, my mustache is very attractive, which I appreciate, thank you. And that I'm a hamster. I feel like I've been mostly insulted, but I've been given money, which makes it okay. You would play the crap out of a hamster-based TTRPG? Just make everybody play Beastkin. Beastkin gnomes. Are you gonna beatbox and sell his kid? Oh my god, Daniel, you just unlocked a memory from a decade ago. Oh my god. Did they beatbox? I thought they were mostly LMFAO songs. Like every day I'm shuffling, but hamsters. Holy cow. Hamtaro? I don't remember Hamtaro much, but I remember the games. I played the Flash games a bunch. Remember, you can always insult someone if you pay them. Okay, so let me see. I need to reread how bartering works here. Most folks will trade an item for any item that is a greater barter value. Okay, so all items have a barter value. But you might be able to get away with, like, offering more items of lower value or something. You can value items at being worth twice the number, one level lower. So an item with barter value of 3 is the same as 2 of barter value 2. Okay, so it's not additive, it's level-based. So if something has barter value 5, that is the equivalent of 2 barter value 4s. But because of what it says here, they will never accept any amount of barter level 3s for a barter level 5. You might be able to get away with trading 2 of 1 level lower, but nothing below 1 level. Okay, that takes like a little bit of brain wrappage to understand, but I get it. I think that's really cool. You know, like, you might be able to trade 2 pistols for an automatic machine gun, but you can't trade 30 slingshots for an automated machine gun, if that makes sense. Oh, wait, no, it just said that it does work. Oh, folks are not willing to trade more than 8 of anything for an object. Okay, okay. So you could trade 8 bows and arrows, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying to rationalize this. At the start of play, each survivor has some gear with a total value in barter equal to 10 plus charisma. The initial barter must be spent on gear, and any that is not spent is lost. There is no credit in the apocalypse. That's my favorite line of this whole book so far. I mean, it's also true, you know? Your credit score is going nowhere. You think you're going to be able to finance a new Toyota Corolla in the apocalypse? Hell no. You cannot spend more than half your starting barter on one item. That's a cool balancing mechanic. Items with a barter of 0 are generally found during play in the trash heaps. If you want to start play with any 0 barter items, every 2 cost 1. That makes sense. Alright. And you get a set of basic or winter clothes for free. Nice. Ready and stow. Okay, yeah. So readied items cost 1 action. And stowed items doesn't say. Probably 2 actions. Space all items except those count against your bulk limit. Okay. Note that you can wear 2 sets of armor, one on top of the other. This gives you both resistances, but you take the... Oh, so their AC bonus doesn't stack. But you do get... But their speed penalties stack, and their clumsy stack. Or then you get clumsy 1. Each set of armor takes a ding when a damage gets past it, and they both get damaged at the same time. Clothing counts as armor. But clothing with armor is not clumsy. Alright, that's a little clunky, but I think I get it. The resistance from clothing does not apply until the armor is destroyed. Okay. Bartering. Okay, so I want to look at armor real quick. Like biker gear. So there's leather, cloth, synthetic, and patchwork armor. Okay. So their resistances stack. So if you're wearing biker gear and a bulletproof vest on top, you do not get an AC bonus because you take the lowest. In fact, you lose 1 AC because you're clumsy, but you do get 8 resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing? Okay. Interesting. Gonna sleep now. Yo, see you later, Grim. Keep it real. There's a lot of mixing and matching you could do here. So you can just wear leather armor with a bulletproof vest, get the AC, get 9 resistance. It would cost a lot. Don't need AC if your armor's soaking all the damage, right? I need to see how much damage enemies actually do. What is the best armors? So if you wore Z... Oh my god, Jason, what? How are you supposed to afford 20 barter? You would need to trade 2 19s. I don't even see anything over 15. Holy cow. I wouldn't even call this crunchy. It's not that crunchy. Heavy machine guns 12. I don't think you can afford this. No, so you cannot buy Z-Day armor. I think that's on purpose. Like, you cannot buy it. Wow. Heavy armor is expensive. But I do like this idea. Rather than finding gold and jewelry and stuff to trade in for money and then use the money to buy something, if you're out exploring and you find a 6-pack of Molotov cocktails, you could go back to town and trade those. You know, you have 6 of them. You could trade 4 of them for a hunting rifle or a riot shield, you know? That's super cool. Also, I think this is a typo. Jason! Jason, we found a typo! Yeah, so there's riot shield here and riot shield here. That's a oopsie. Z-Day armor is an artifact from the fall. If you find it, you are a king, but you can't buy it. That makes sense. That's fair. This is probably, yeah, like the best stuff. But yeah. Is there anything saying that... Hold on. You can wear 2 sets of armor. You could wear 2 sets of Z-Day armor. You would get 24 resistance to all damage if you found 2 sets of Z-Day armor and put them both on. You're not moving fast. But damn. Imagine. I want to see how much damage zombies do. Imagine zombies can't hit for more than 20. You're just immortal. Oh man, it looks like weapons. Baseball bat, branch, brass knuckles. Very cool, very cool. Finesse, deadly, tool. If you get Z-Day armor and riot shield armor. So the riot shield, this is a typo, Anonymous. This is not supposed to be armor. It's supposed to be a shield. The riot shield is actually down here. Although it does say armor. But it's not a set of armor. It actually doesn't explain how shields work. I'm guessing shields are supposed to work like Pathfinder. Although it doesn't give an AC bonus. Interesting. I don't know how the shield works. Oh, you take the lower resistance? I thought you said you get... No, this gives you both resistances. You get both. So if you have 2 sets of Z-Day armor, that's 24 resistance to all damage. But that's true. Honestly, Marco Zinn makes a good point. Like, people would just be trying to kill you to get your armor. Z-Day... Yo, that's the meta. That is meta. Immortal. Unkillable. So... Oh, chainsaws are martial. That's sad. Oh, there's a new fuel trait. That makes sense. I like that. I moved that one out, but forgot to delete from the armor. That's totally fair. Like, Especially once things are in a list, it's really hard to spot little, just single mistakes like that. It's tough. I don't hold it against you. But yeah, so Jason, since you're here, is that true? Can you clarify for us that stacking 2 Z-Day armors is legal and would give you 24 resistance to all damage? Oh no, who's moving? You can't put links in the chat. I have an automatic bot that automatically deletes. It doesn't even delete. Doesn't even let through links, and I can't even let them through manually. Actually, that might be YouTube. That might not even be my bot. I think YouTube doesn't let you post links. Incendiary. Wait, incendiary grenade is simple. I mean, to be fair, you just kind of throw it. Whoa, there's a lot of gear. Holy cow. Sniper rifle 2d10, very nice. Beer, canned goods. Right, you pull a pin, it's us. Xenoc, one that's probably anti-zombie medicine. Alright. Some adventuring gear, basically. So these aren't armor, but they are clothes. Which I think, yeah, counts as armor. Huh. Check the sealed trait. Oh, maybe. Sealed. I don't see sealed. You just bought Hopefinder? Let's go, William. Supporting my dad. I'm sorry, Jason. The meme has gotten away from me. Where's the sealed trait? Oh, sealed. There it is. This armor provides total protection against hazardous substances and environments. You automatically succeed all saving throws against acid, fire, infection, poison, and smoke. If the armor is broken, you get a +4. Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing about seal that says you can't. Like, obviously, the game is designed where if you get Z armor, like, you've just won, you know? There's a reason it's barter 20. It is the most valuable item in the game. You're not going to get 2 of them. It sounds like a max level party might get 1 set of Z armor. Yeah, okay, yeah, Jason just confirmed what I was saying. Cool, yeah. There's a reason the barter is so high. But if you can, maybe, just maybe, you could become immortal. Are there stat blocks for zombies in this? I'm curious. Advanced feats roll. No, it looks like so we don't have any monsters yet. That'll be in the narrator's guide. So I'm curious how far 24 resistance will get you. Yo, what up, Abandonment? Good to see you. Has it been that long? Weren't you in the Dungeon Siege stream? I don't know. But this is cool. I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. And it's utilizing the Pathfinder system very, very well. Yeah, vegetables fresh counts as a food. Oh, we should hopefully we'll get some information on food here soon. Because, yeah, food and water seems like a really big part of it. And you dual-wield ratchets. As for damage, the level 5 Zombie Hulk has an attack of +15 for 2d10 +7. But that's in the narrator's guide. Yo, we got a sneak peek. Let's go. All right, take care, Jason. Thanks for stopping by. It was awesome, man. Hey, thanks for the copy. I appreciate it. We've been having a lot of fun checking it out. Have a good meeting. So level 5 can do upwards of 27 damage. Okay. But again, that's level 5, which I don't know if that's the max level, but interesting. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom because I have been drinking age-appropriate beverages. So enjoy the advertisement, y'all. And for those of you who have ad blockers, you know the drill at this point. let's keep looking at rules. I have premium. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, premium doesn't count as ad blocker. It does block the ads, but it is good for me. So yeah, no, Anonymous. If you have YouTube Premium, I actually get more money from you skipping the ad than from than from someone watching the ad. I think I get about double. I think when someone watches an ad, I get like 1 cent. And when someone skips it with YouTube Premium, I get 2 or 3. Gonna play this with a party of leshies and no one can stop. Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, jeez, I hate that, but that's also super creative. Holy cow. All right. Is the narrator's guide a separate purchase? I believe so, yes. I don't know how much it's going to cost, though. All right, finishing touches. Your total should be +5 or +6 if you took an exceptional. I have +5. I did it right. Yes. Mark your level as 1. Work out your total bonuses. Yep. Proficiency. AC is 10 plus Dex plus... I'm not going to spend my barter. Otherwise, we'll be here creating character all day. 8 plus Constitution plus Feat. Speed is 25, but also based on armor. Starting language is equal to intelligence for additional languages. A name. Well, that's fun. Pick the thing that keeps you going. Pick the thing that's holding you back. Fill out the survey. Survey? Was there a survey? Hold up. What? Oh, okay. It's just like a... Okay, cool. What were you before the plague? Where were you when it happened? One memory from the day of the fall. The worst day during the fall. When did you realize you might survive? That's cool. That's super neat. That's great for... This is like expanding on D&D 5e's bonds and flaws system. Like, it's not for everybody, but I think it's super cool. But yeah, William, the narrator's guide isn't quite out yet. It should be coming out any day. In the Hope box, you start with 3. There's a Hope box? Is that where I've been missing it? That was really sad. Oh my god. I'm guessing they're hero points. Where's the Hope box? Did I miss it? Oh, Hope. There it is. 3. Oh god. There. 3 Hope. I'm guessing those are hero points. That would make sense. Kind of want the survey for my PF2 games? Yo, so... Spoiler alert, for Halloween, I'm posting a video about a specific... I'm not going to spoil all of it, but I'm making a video about a very specific TTRPG, and if I explain it, you'll know which one I'm talking about, but I won't say its name, where character creation is a survey. It just asks you, like, who are you? How old are you? What are your fears? What was your last nightmare about? What are your hopes and dreams? Etc. There are no stats. It is entirely personality-based, and it is one of the coolest TTRPGs I've ever played. It is my go-to for spooky Halloween. Gonna predict its sanity. In a world with billions of zombies, you are bound to get into combat with some frequency, but the dead are not the only dangers. Hungry dogs, angry bears. Yo, Jason been playing too much 7 Days to Die. And other desperate survivors. When guns are raised and knives are drawn, it's time for... It's combat time, as that old Mortal Kombat show would say. Combat works much like it does in Pathfinder. At the start of combat, characters roll initiative, 3 actions. Survivals, animals, and zombies all have special actions. Throughout combat, participants will take damage. When they're reduced to 0, they die or are knocked unconscious. There are some notable differences in the way that combat works, okay? Surprise, bears. So, Call of Cthulhu is great for spooky, but I don't think Call of Cthulhu is good for Halloween. Because Cthulhu works in a way... It's weird. Cthulhu works best because it's spooky when you're not expecting spooky. Which is weird, because, you know, you're playing Cthulhu, so you know it's going to be spooky. But Cthulhu does not fit Halloween, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to me? Or to me. My god, I'm tipsy. Does that make sense to you? Like, I like playing Cthulhu around Christmas or New Year's or other holidays and then making those holidays spooky with Cthulhu. Because the whole thing about Eldritch Lovecraftian horror is that it twists the normal. It shifts the normal into abnormal. Whereas Halloween is like, jump scare, boo! During each session, each survivor will experience a flashback, describing some moment from before that develops story and skills. Flashbacks take only a few minutes to resolve and generally involve just the player and the narrator, but they are an important part in narrating the story of your survivor. At the end of each session, assuming you do not fall victim to the zombies, your survivor gains you level up every single session. Interesting. At the end of the story, after several sessions of play, you get to narrate the outcome of your character based on the events and the story of the choices you made. Tragic, poetic, uplifting, or heroic. Interesting. So your reward for surviving to the final session is you get to choose your character's outcome. That is your reward. If you die up to that point, sorry, roll up a new character, that character's story ended. But if you survive the campaign, you get to tell the ending. That's awesome. Yeah, this is meant for like 4-session games, I think. Exploration, more open-ended. Players take turn describing what the characters are doing, limited only by time and their own urgency. The narrator interjects to describe the outcome of action. So yeah, pretty standard exploration. That's super cool. I like this a lot. Downtime, crafting objects, working odd jobs, or training their skills. The crafting rules are significantly altered from Pathfinder. Okay. Because even lead game creator of Pathfinder admits the base crafting rules need help. Ustalav and Galarian used to be ruled by a Lich King. That could be fun, yeah. I need. So speaking of Ustalav, I need to play Curse of Strahd. No, not. I mean, semi-related. That's Barovia. I still have not played Curse of Strahd. Fun fact. Like Curse of Strahd, like slight side tangent. Curse of Strahd is the weirdest thing to me. I have never heard of an adventure that everybody plays. Like, when you're looking at Pathfinder, some people are like, yeah, we played Age of Ashes. Yeah, we played Strength of Thousands. Yeah, we played Agents of Edgewatch. But D&D 5e, yeah, we played Curse of Strahd. Maybe Minds of Phandelver, but we played Curse of Strahd. Like, even my friends did Curse of Strahd in 3.5. I've still never played it, but it's had such a wild impact on the culture of the tabletop scene. Yeah, but have you heard of Curse of Strahd? You hated Curse of Strahd only because it takes the whole of the Ravenloft realm and limits it to one country. Ooh. So that's like what everyone knows Ravenloft for now is just Curse of Strahd. I tried DMing it. It's hard to GM. Interesting. Curse of Strahd is great. Curse of Strahd, the book, is completely broken. Wild. Huh. Interesting. It's like saying you can't leave Waterdeep in Forgotten Realms. Gotcha. Yee. Because it I'm wondering if it's so popular because it's I know it's not like completely linear, but the whole thing is that like the party is trapped by a wall of fog, right? Like you learned that in like session 1 where like you can't leave Barovia, which is why the players are urged like, yeah, go find Strahd. Go do Strahd things. Because you can't leave, right? And that's something that a lot of adventures don't have. And I'll be honest, that's where a lot of adventures fall apart. Is if you don't tell your players you can't leave, your players can leave. I've had that issue where I'm like, yeah, this is the adventure. My players are going to go right that way and take care of it. And then they left the country. And I'm like, oh, guess it's a new adventure. The Mist of the Boundaries Between Countries, gotcha. So, yeah, it's a good way to keep adventures going. And I think that's why people like it a lot. Last Strahd run, we did an evil campaign working with Strahd. Oh, wait, so you've done multiple Strahd runs? Like this is some kind of roguelike video game? Had to do a lot of lifting. The book is a starting point, not that much of a pre-written adventure. Oof. Yeah, so Anonymous, I'd heard the other, that people hated Murder House. I hear most people skip Murder House and start at level 3. Player's guides from Paizo are awesome. I love having a book you can give to your players and say, here's all the information about the campaign. Are you interested? Start making characters with the idea. It's great. It's fantastic. All right, down to so turn structure. Getting surprised by a zombie is a good way to end up dead. The rules for surprise are different to reflect this danger. If one side of combat is waiting in an ambush or otherwise hidden before the start of combat, there's a chance of surprise. Characters get a perception check to avoid being surprised. The DC is the lowest stealth between all enemies. Surprise creatures still get to act, but they are flat-footed and take 2 actions instead of 3. If they crit fail, they only get 1 action. That's cool. That's a good way of doing surprise, because nothing feels worse than a surprise round where you don't get to play. Imagine unironically skipping Murder House. I've had 2 camps with the Crystal Straw DMs that just like to kill their PCs by making a really hard adventure. Ugh. There is a fine line between a tough adventure and a scarily dangerous adventure. And that line is so blurry because the threat of death needs to be there. But there also needs to be the chance to escape. The players need an active chance to get away from the threat, which is honestly ironic because that makes the threat less threatening because they were able to get away. So it's almost a catch-22, where for something to be actually threatening, someone probably has to die. But you don't want them to die because that will remove their engagement with the game. The easy way to do this is to kill an NPC, honestly. Is to have an NPC escorting them, the NPC dies, but the players get away. That's a good way to get people engaged with the threat of death still there, but it's still kind of rough. Alright. Turns. Ooh, new reactions. Hit the deck. If you are targeted by a ranged attack, you can drop prone. Wow! Just getting a +4 bonus to AC? Against all ranged attacks? What? That's so strong, Jason! You can do this to bullets, but you can't do it to bows in base Pathfinder? You can put the players close to death. Yeah, close to death is a good way to do it. Or capture them. Just don't kill them. Dodge. So everyone gets nimble dodge. Interesting. Okay. Everyone can aid. Everyone can aim. Wow, everyone gets the ability to aim, basically making your attack 2 actions, but getting a +1 to hit for ranged weapons. It's take cover as a reaction, which is insane. Batter. You make an attack with a melee weapon or tool against an inanimate object. Okay. Crawl, delay, drop prone, escape, interact. Anything new? That's all pretty standard. Yeah, there's normal take cover. That's fair, Cheese. Your stats are lower than usual. So that's a very common problem, Ben. Players never want to run no matter what I put in their way. That's something I plan to make a video on at some point. It's a very common problem at a lot of tables. And I talked about it a while back. I don't remember which video it was. But people treat TTRPGs like video games, you know? We have hit points, they have hit points. We are progressing through the game, and games always put equal level threats in front of you. We should be able to win, even though we're level 2, and that's a troll chieftain. We got this, right? People don't... Exactly, Anonymous. Exactly. People think the GM won't put something in we can't beat. And that's true because that's how video games work, you know? The best way around it... And hi, Beyond. I'll get to your question in a second. See, that's rare, eBanker. That's a very rare plan. I think the best way to handle a party like that, Ben, is let them lose, but don't let them die. Let them lose, but capture them. You know, bend the rules a little bit. Suddenly, drop someone to 0 hit points, but tell them, no, you're not bleeding out. You're stable at 0 hit points. You no need to make dying rolls. you are at 0 hit points. And then the party will start like asking like, why? Wait, why am I not bleeding out? Is this thing doing non-lethal damage? Are they toying with us? And then if the party goes down, capture them. Tie them up, put them in a new situation they now have to escape from. That is a great way to deal with an accidental TPK from something you thought your party should run from. Yeah, actually, you know what? Curse of Strahd's biggest problem? It's a sandbox. Oh, but it's written like there's only one answer? Hate that. I don't have that problem. I remember my players that are there. I remind my players that they are living beings. Same. Absolutely same. But at the same time, you don't want to necessarily have to remind your players something about their character. Although that changes from player to player. My girlfriend doesn't mind being told, like, hey, just so you know, your character does think this. Your character does know this. That kind of reminder for some players is great. Some players love to get that. Other players despise it. It's really a gamble. Take some conditioning and warnings to have them think running away is viable. Yeah. Again, it's a great, like, usually warning signs on the way up, or, again, a cannon fodder NPC who just gets wiped the floor with right away. For several days there, Pathfinder players were making fun of 5e players for hacking their game into unrecognizability rather than try a different game. And now here's modern post-apocalyptic Pathfinder. Honestly, Bravely, I think it's the stupidest complaint. Not from you, from the Pathfinder folks. Like, there is nothing wrong with modifying your preferred game system. I am, like, 95% on the side of the 5e crowd. You know, the 5e crowd who decides, what if you could take multiple actions in D&D? I'm like, cool, go ahead. It's easier to change one rule than learn a new system. There are so many people out there who are like, oh, just play Pathfinder. This is how it works in Pathfinder. All you have to do is completely relearn character creation, completely relearn what every single class can do and the options they get on top of relearning the level up process and how combat. Or you could just do 3 actions in D&D. My last encounter, I put a +5 long spider against them to try and do that, to attempt to cocoon them up after, but they still killed it. Let's go. Gotta love when the dice just let you do it. Yo, what's up, Buff Shaman? I just like folks who dog on one game over another. I like my preference, but I don't hate others. Exactly. Who's weaving? Screw it. You know what? I only do this when I'm drunk. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm making this a bigger deal than it actually is, but please welcome your newest stream moderator, Who's Weaving. I often try to put the idea of running away from an unstoppable force by having my more survivable individuals. The biggest deal? Look, don't let the power go to your head. All you can do is ban people, put them in timeout, and remove messages if they're offensive, okay? Yeah, no. So Actually, I'll get to that in a second. E-Banker. I often try to put the idea of running away from an unstoppable force by having my more survivable individuals, like bandits, run when the encounter is... Yes! Yes! Yes, E-Banker! Use your NPCs and enemies to explain that running away is an option. Show, don't tell. That is something that video games still struggle to learn sometimes. Show, don't tell is huge. Yeah, so Hara, I agree with you most of the time. The game war, as much as I hate it and as annoying as it is still beneficial. It's stupid. And the people who actively fight it have a lot of things to identify about themselves and their arguments, but it still draws publicity for both sides. There's a reason that the console wars are looked back on with malice, but it still helped Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo remain the giants they are today. System wars, even though it makes everyone look like whiny babies, keep both brands in relevance. Like, obviously, D&D doesn't need help staying in relevance. Pathfinder kind of does. This is not me encouraging the behavior. I really want that to be contextual. This is not an encouragement of really crappy behavior. I'm just saying that the negative behavior has very minor-like consequences. There are better ways to go about it, absolutely. But this is just me, I guess, playing devil's advocate or something. You love the console wars? They're great for publicity? They're great for publicity. They just suck for mental health. An NPC that just saved the characters gets one shot by an enemy is beautiful. Yeah, that's a good one. The hard part is you don't want to use it too often. Dreamer's Escape. That is a little thing you want to keep up your sleeve and then use once every campaign or two. Because if you use it too much, players will start to expect it, and then it has less weight. Most of my enemies run away, and my players still fight to the death no matter what. That sounds like a them problem. One neat thing to introduce is the chase subsystem. Chases are awesome. Chases in Pathfinder are so cool. Red shirts are fun, Space Frog. Hard agree. Playing that, I grew up in COD lobbies. Yeah, there's a reason I never played COD. My problem is that I like my NPCs too much for them to slaughter. Fair. Fair. Loving your NPCs too much. I feel that. Alright, we were talking about, like, zombie game or something. Hopefinder. The only way to deal with the undead is to destroy them. Attacks in Hopefinder work much as they do in Pathfinder, but there are changes to how damage works due to armor and degradation. Attack rolls work like they do. Roll a d20, add your bonus compared to AC, and critical on a plus 10 or more. If you roll in at 20, increase the degree of success, and crit fail. Okay. Skill challenges such as chase one. Yeah, more skill challenges in combat. I think my drunk brain says the easiest advice I could ever give to a new, or not even a new GM, but a GM who's struggling to mix things up, skill challenges in combat. Don't call for a reflex save. Call for an acrobatics check. Don't, like, break the rules for this, obviously. Like, don't change how a spell works. But make something happen. You know? Make something happen that calls for a skill challenge. Compared to back then, the council warned us having a company to do with a frenemy. I don't know what that means. I always flip a coin whether my NPC such enemy is reasonable and will run or psychotic. I don't agree with that as much, Reaper. Rather than fort save versus knockback, make athletics to keep your footing. So again, who's weaving? You want to be careful. Because you don't want to change the rules of the game. Because if you do that to a player who has a plus 15 fortitude and a plus 4 athletics, that's just going to be upsetting to them. They're going to be really, really mad about that. Honestly, the way I like to do it is on my players with higher bonuses. You know, if my rogue has a plus 12 reflex but a plus 15 acrobatics, maybe I'll ask them to roll acrobatics. It feels different. And because they rolled acrobatics, I get to describe the scene differently. Rather than them using their reflex to keep their footing, they use their acrobatics to jump during the shockwave of the earthquake, dodging the aftershocks altogether, do a backflip just because they're cool, and landing without risking their footing. Keep your players in mind. This is something that TTRPGs struggle from constantly. Is TTRPGs are written for the general audience, but every table is different. Every player is different. When you are a GM, I'm sorry if this puts like unnecessary pressure on your shoulders, but when you are a GM, you are responsible for making sure every individual player has fun and catering to those players. This is a hot take. This is honestly a really, really hot take. As a GM, you are responsible for catering to individual players. Now, is it your responsibility? Like, if a game is not fun, is it your fault entirely? No. Every player also has a responsibility to make the game fun. But as the GM, you are the chaperone. You are the one who needs to make sure that the players are enjoying themselves and getting something out of the game rather than forcing the rules onto people who don't care about them. Corey, you're not allowed to throw money at me like that.
That's so cool.
Don't listen to him. It's not so cool. It's...
Hey nerd, how's the horror stuff going?
You're very generous. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. My God, how you doing, boss? Thank you for the freaking generous as hell donation. My God. This is really cool, Corey. Honestly. Like, it is different enough from PF2 that I'm all here for it, but it still, like, mechanically functions mostly like PF2, but it's moved into the modern day. You know, there's no actual money system. Character creation is much more like... It's simultaneously more customizable in some cases, but less in others. Like, everyone's a human, but you get to adjust your human customizability to your liking. It's honestly rad. There's a lot of things you can do with it. So that Sinclair puppy archetype you mentioned by accident on the Potionomics stream? Puppy archetype? Wait, puppy? I know I mentioned Sinclair stuff on the Potionomics stream. I don't remember a puppy archetype. I'm with you as the GM. It's your job to make everything as fun as you can. Agreed. Matt Colville used dwarves as, yeah, attack, we will win. Who cares? We fight not for the wins. I don't. Sorry, first lesson. I don't quite follow. Flameout. My main responsibility as the GM is not to target a player whenever they tell me a wrong ruling that I know is wrong. Not to stop the game to prove I'm right. Yeah. So that's a really awkward situation. And Flameloud, for me, it depends on how well I know the rule. Honestly, like, as a Pathfinder content creator, I'm blessed in a way that, like, my friends know the rules are my job, so they don't typically question my rulings. But I can see that being harder for someone who, you know, doesn't have a YouTube channel with 200 videos about Pathfinder. In that case, it's rough. Like, if every single player is against you, I guess just go with the players. It's tough to advocate for stopping the game and looking a rule up, but if the player won't drop it, sometimes that's all you can do. I get back just in time to see Nonat getting astonished by $50. Look, $50 is a lot of money, Anonymous. Do you know how much $50 does? Do you know how much rent that pays? You greeted your puppy during listing archetypes? Is it bad that I have no recognition of this? I got pretty drunk during the Potionomics stream, I won't lie. I was distracted by really, really cute girls and more cute girls, and I just kept drinking alcohol. It pays exactly... Yeah, Corey gets it! $50 pays exactly $50 worth of rent. That's a lot of rent! Yes, Bravely, you get it too! From now on, all donations are just measured by their ability to pay rent. Can't wait to run Abomination Vault in Hopefinder over the... Woo. Ah, my tipsy brain can't follow that, Anonymous. You can't wait to run Abomination Vaults in Hopefinder with a party of Leshies. What? The players do catch me on wrong rulings, but man, there are so many times I say the rule is this way, they go and say, no, it's this way. So that's tough, Flameloud. As a GM, you need to be careful, because if the players are right, you need to acknowledge that. You can't just bend a rule for no reason. Now, like, if you're it's hard. And this is going to change from table to table. You know, there are times I say, screw it, let's use the rules this way today just because it's easier. And my player's like, okay, cool, yeah, that's fine. But I'm blessed to have really, really accepting players, really, really relaxed players. If you're playing with very, very hardcore rules as written players, it's going to be hard to get away with that. So I have a question for you. Using a gunslinger with the ammunition crafter feat, firearm ammunition is not in the alchemical ammunition list, and Foundry doesn't recognize black powder rounds as ammo. Black powder. It is alchemical. Using a gunslinger with the ammunition crafter feat. Let me see. Munitions crafter. You become trained in crafting. Number of reagents each day equal to your level. You gain infused reagents and advanced alchemy. You gain batches of infused reagents per day equal to your level, which you can use to create only bombs or alchemical ammunition. Yeah, black powder is alchemical ammunition. That sounds like a Foundry glitch. I would bring that up with the Foundry people, Buff Shaman. Because, yeah, black powder would absolutely work with that. Or, wait. Oh, you know why? You know why it doesn't work, Buff Shaman? Because, like, arrows, they're in the ammunition category of weapon, whereas black powder is an alchemical item. That's weird. That's really weird. But then the reason it's an item is because it can be used for ammunition or kegs of black powder or horns of black powder. So that's why it's probably really messy in the Foundry automation. Oh my god. Isn't that less than 50 because of YouTube share? I mean, technically that 50 is actually like 46, I think. What is it? Because YouTube takes 30%. So it's actually 35, I think. Again, if you ever want to send me, like, if you ever want to make sure I'm getting the most money, the link in the description is best. But what's nice about super chats is they also highlight your message, they stay above the chat, and, you know, you get to look super cool and chill out doing it. But yeah, technically, because YouTube takes 30%, that 50 is actually 35. I'm actually about to start my second 2e game with my Dompier Elf Tyrant Champion. Ooh, Abandonment, you playing an evil campaign? Yeah, okay, so who's we got it right? I've meant that Matt Colville uses dwarves to get people to understand that they might not want to fight someone, because the dwarf desires to honorably die to it with the party. He uses their culture. Interesting. Okay, that's a clever way to use the culture. Black powder ammo is also alchemical. It's just you can also have non-black powder ammo. YouTube takes what percent? Oh, first class, you think that's bad? Twitch takes 50. YouTube is the good guy. YouTube takes 30%. Twitch takes 50%. Corey.
Damn it, Nonat, I'm going to have to give you more money.
You son of a bitch. Oh, thank you, Corey. You're too kind, and I ask you to stop. But God, that there's so little that gets me harder than people who are like meta. I don't know. Meta humor kills me. If you're ever trying to make me laugh, the more clever and meta you get, the better it just tickles my funny bone. Who's weaving? I don't. Oh. So again, who's weaving? Just not to spread fake information. Even Patreon isn't 100%. Patreon takes 8%. So for full clarification, just so everyone knows about the internet, Twitch subscribers, Twitch takes 50%. YouTube super chats and sponsors, YouTube takes 30%. Streamlabs donations, I believe, takes 7%. And Patreon takes 8%. Patreon takes 8%. Stream Elements, not Streamlabs. Stream Elements, I think, takes 7%. Like, if you are ever donating on the internet, you're never the person you're donating to never receives 100%. Wait, it's at 100%? Wait, what's at 100%?
That's so cool.
Wait, oh, it does say 100%. Whoa, Valhalla! With the freaking member missile!
So cool.
Holy cow!
Mr. Red Oak became a member.
Congratulations, Tom Hoffs, Mr. Red Oak, Aaron, Tom Hoffs, Aaron. Oh, I'm getting doubles.
Aaron became a member.
Welcome to the 10 people who just got blasted by that member missile. Welcome to the party!
Tom Hoffs became a member.
Holy cow! And then Jonathan dropping the 264 donation. Thank you all.
JMaco904 became a member.
You know, Reaper, we thought about that. And so it's too late.
Martin Righteous became
Member missile has already been coined. Yo, Abandonment and Horror got hit with them. Let's go. Right, I respect the YouTube share. I get so much free content out of YouTube, you know. All right, I'm gonna let this all read out while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Enjoy your memberships. Welcome to the party. I have to pee, but I'm not rolling an ad.
Abandonment Issues became a member.
That's so cool.
Half Hand 83 became a member.
That's so cool.
Paul became a member.
chat? Chat, did you say get another drink? I mean, I'm not gonna let you down. If you're the ones telling me to get another drink, I might as well. What's the worst that can happen, right? Oh my word. Y'all are amazing. Everyone loves chair. Okay. Nonat history lesson for all of y'all. So for those of you who don't know, before I covered Pathfinder con, I'm going full screen. Hold on. We are so far. Everyone's still freaking. Hold on. Where's my full screen? Add video capture device. It's still going through them. Oh my god.
Nickel became a member.
Can I not? Hold on. I need to add a new. Let me go into studio mode. Add a new scene. And go full screen. Boink. Hold on. I'm just tired of being stuck in the corner here, and I would rather be full screen. Oh, I see the problem. Hold on. I need to go here. I need to go copy. Holy cow. Y'all are super generous. Thank you. This one. Reset, transform. There we go. And then I also want to make sure I grab all of my notifications and bring those with me. Y'all are so generous, by the way. Holy cow. I need computer audio to come with me. That should do. All right. I think that'll do. Hold on. You need to be able to hear me as well. That's kind of important, huh? It's kind of important that you hear me. All right. I think we're here now. Holy cow. But yeah, no, to answer... So little Nonat history lesson here. How late are you, Brockham? Not too late. I mean, you're a little bit late. You're roughly 1 hour and 37 minutes late. But you did just miss a member missile. But yeah, no, Nonat history lesson. Before I did Pathfinder content, I don't know how many of you knew this. I was known as GameBoyer721. And if you look on YouTube, you can still find GameBoyer721 on YouTube. It is cringy. It is terrible content, and I do not recommend it. But it exists. And it's out there, and there's like some videos on there. Now, I was not a YouTuber. I was a live streamer on Caffeine TV. And yeah, some of the videos on there are sort of like VODs from my live stream. You can see my old RPG initiative tracker down there. You're going to watch it immediately. Enjoy the subpar content. But the reason I bring it up is because back when I used to live stream video games, anytime I went to the bathroom, I would come back to so many messages of chair. People loved the chair. Yo, Anonymous!
It may not be 7.15 worth of rent after YouTube, but it's at least $5 worth of drink.
You're not wrong. What was this? This was like a 16 or 12 pack. I think $16. So you bought at least 3 drinks, my dude. You just paid for the drinks I've had on stream. The age-appropriate drinks, YouTube. The advertiser-friendly seltzer, YouTube. Thank you so much, Anonymous. That means a lot. I watched a video that you played an RPG. Don't remember which. I played a lot. You got a whole 11 videos to go through. Oh, man. Are you going to go back and watch? Oh, you know what? This will be fun. I'm sorry, this stream is no longer about Hopefinder. I apologize, but I hope we're having fun. I'm going to give you all a Nonat history lesson right here and now. Let me grab browser. Not browser. I'm about to give you a big Nonat history lesson. Literally, this is the origin story of the Nonat Ones channel. Window capture. We're going to go over here. We're going to click this. This is the Nonat Ones origin story. We're going to do this. That's the wrong one. Give me window capture. Do this. So this video is from April 1st, 2020. 2.5 years ago. And it's my video. And this video is why I did Nonat ones. I kid you not. This video is the reason I made the Nonat ones YouTube channel. Let me turn off the spooky music. No spoilers. Spoilers. All right. I'm going to turn this up. We are going to watch this video together, and you are going to learn. So the reason I made the Nonat ones channel is because this video got 100 views. 100 views. And to me, that was insane. Which is its own can of worms to go down. Is like, wow, I'm in a place right now where, less than 4,000 views is painful. But this is from a day where 100 views on a video blew my mind. Because I was getting like 10 to 20.
Dungeons & Dragons is a game about rolling dice. Every action any character takes that requires luck or effort is decided by a roll of the dice. It is the very core and perhaps the most important aspect of Dungeons & Dragons as a whole. So the question I want to ask today is, should players roll dice? Let's find out.
So, I will preface this as this was an April Fool's video that I posted to the D&D subreddit. And the title of this video is RP and Chill, Should Players Roll Their Own Dice? And I had so much fun because I wrote an entire script acting like a GM who does not trust their own players and made a full 4.5-minute video about why players shouldn't be allowed to roll their own dice. Oh, look at that font! Look at the font!
Now I know what you're thinking. Rolling dice is the most fun part of the game, and players should definitely be able to roll for their character's actions. But have you ever stopped and considered what that means? Let's dive a bit deeper into dice rolls and how they affect your players, your campaign, and your experience as a dungeon master. Suppose your players are deep in heated combat. Most players are down and all hope seems lost, but one good damage roll could take out every enemy and save the day. So the wizard casts Fireball directly into the center of the enemies and just so happens to roll maximum damage.
What?
Well, hooray, the day is saved, the group rests up and moves on, leaving your meticulously planned encounter behind them, very quickly forgotten. The problem with this example is that you can't know for certain if your player is just fibbing and lying about the fact that they rolled max damage.
There's a
There
story
are
to
multiple
that dollar
strategies to lie about a dice roll. A common one is sort of cheering and then subtly shifting the dice to the face you wanted during the excitement before anyone actually checks. Another common strategy is bumping the table in excitement. You get so excited that you stood up and you hit the table with your leg and oh, okay, the dice rolled when I hit the table, but it was definitely a 20. Worse than lying about a die roll is the possibility of your players using loaded dice. These are dice that are purposefully weighted on one side to give a higher chance of landing on a higher number. Players will often use their lucky dice on rolls that matter a lot more, and throughout the game, whenever they get a bad roll, they may blame it on bad dice. These players may often carry dice prisons, where upon rolling a bad number on their dice, they will lock it away in a tiny little prison cell so they don't use that dice anymore, and then just switch to a new dice, which, unbeknownst to your dungeon master, happens to be a loaded dice. Now, you could always pre-roll all of your players' dice and test them for being loaded dice, but that would take far too much time to do before each session. So how do you, the dungeon master, get around all these tricks and lies the players are pulling on you? And how do you save all of your hard work from being desecrated and insulted by these cheating players? You worked hard writing your campaign.
I did.
Creating stat blocks, piecing together perfect difficulty encounters, writing plot and side characters that may never even get explored by players or even worse, forgotten.
Hold on. We got our donation. I want to make sure it gets read out. Wait for it. It's from Reaper. Oh, it's about Hopefinder. Hopefinder is so 17 minutes ago. It might not get read out. I definitely like the guns and traits in Hopefinder. Burst is an ingenious method for automatic fire. That said, we'll need to play with what classes can use what guns. That's fair. Anyway, back to the important part.
The answer is simple, and I'm surprised more dungeon masters haven't taken this
I
approach
don't even
to
remember
the
where I
game.
got this music.
Simply take the dice out of the player's control and have the dungeon master perform all required rolls. This simple homebrew rule will add so much flavor and control to your games, and you'll finally be able to tell the story you've always wanted to without unpredictable players getting in the way.
Unpredictable players.
This easy change comes with great benefits. Obviously, your players can no longer cheat their way out of encounters, but without the complexity of dice rolling, your players can focus on what
Without the
truly matters.
complexity.
Role-playing. Without the need to memorize what kind of dice to use at what time, all they need to do is worry about what their character is doing at that very moment. This will allow them to truly get into character and immerse themselves in the story you have crafted for them. I also highly recommend this system for introducing new players to the game. This way they won't get overwhelmed with all the different dice and the rules surrounding them, and they'll feel much more comfortable their first time at a table. So give this rule a try at your next D&D session, and leave a comment down below telling me how it went. I expect to hear great stories of risk, reward, and adventure. And until next time, keep on rolling, Dungeon Masters.
Oh, I kept the until next time. I still say until next time. It's now a story with slight interactivity. Also, someone asked, hold on. Someone asked about my dollar. Hold on. I believe I still have it. Is it up here? I'm quite tipsy at this point. Oh, I definitely still have it. The question is where? So, that's not my first dollar. Oh, it is. So, hold on. Before we get to the first dollar. So again, I didn't put it in r/D&D next, but I put it in like r/D&D. Well, let's look at some comments, shall we? Aw! Wait a second! That's so cute! Stop it! Awesome to see how much you've grown as a YouTuber? What the hell? That's from a month ago! Wait! I'm not supposed to feel feelings here? Okay. Oh, this is a personal friend. That doesn't count. That's also a personal friend. I don't have a problem with people cheating, but then we currently use Roll20 in D&D Beyond, so no cheating can happen. It's been a while. I miss your streaming. That's when I used to do lives. That's when you knew me. Oh my god, it's so many of these comments from people who used to watch me stream. Where's Game Boy 721? Oh, so the rude comments must have only been on Reddit. Let me see if I can find the Reddit capture, because there were definitely some people who were upset at me. Oh, but I'd have to find. There's no way I can find that. I would have to log into my old account on Reddit. But wait, 9 minutes ago? Was one of those from 9 minutes ago? No way. No, okay, 9 months ago. No, it was months ago, Anonymous. You got me for a second, though. Oh, my God. Holy cow. Hold on. I just found... Look at this. Late... So someone put, I miss you. I remember EA Super. He was a viewer on my old live streams. Late reply. But he started a TTRPG channel a while ago called Nonat Ones. Sorry if it took you that long to find out. But it is kind of hilarious. Oh my god. Also, I don't think I said it. Thank you, Reaper, for the $10. I don't know if I ever actually said thank you, but I want to thank all my donations. Holy cow. Google the video with Reddit. I could try. So it's should players roll their own dice Reddit. Let's see. Is this it? This is one from 8 years ago about the same idea. Okay. No, I don't see the. No, apparently there's a lot of discussion about whether players should roll their own dice on Reddit. Okay. YouTube removed my Game Boy 721 subscription. How dare they? I was just about to revive that channel too. Oh my god. But yeah, no. Yo, welcome, Mashed Potato. That video is literally what birthed Nonat Ones. I made that video on a whim. I made that video in like an hour. And again, on a channel that usually got like 10 to 30 views, that one, got like 100. That got triple my views. And so I thought maybe I could be like XP to level 3. Maybe, and again, I definitely outright said this. Maybe I could be like Taking 20. Maybe I could be like them. Which is its own sad can of worms that, yeah, I totally used to look up to Cody. When I was making this video, I straight up watched like 3 Taking 20 videos as inspiration. Is there a story to the Nonat One's name? I wonder, can I find... I had a few ideas, and I messaged my friend about like, hey, what do you think of this name? Let's see. Captain Chiral. And I want to see if I can find that. Hold on. Let me see. Old... Because I had a few names lined up. I wish I could find the old ones. Like, there was definitely... There isn't so much of a story to my name as, like, I went through a few new ideas for a name. But I'm trying to look through my Discord messages with my friend that I talked about. But I don't see any pop-ups regarding it. So, I don't know. Nonat One's just the one I decided on. Because I'm like, what's like a cool name that like flows well? Like the syllabic flow is something I considered a lot. I was specifically looking for a name that could be easily referenced. You know, you don't want to look for you don't want your username on YouTube to be impossible to describe. You know, if your username on YouTube is Goblin Killer 8976, you know, maybe people will be like, yo, have you watched Goblin Killer 8970? Like, that's so awkward to say. I definitely wanted to avoid any kind of numbers at the end, but I also wanted it to be something that was relatable. You know, a good username, especially in the TTRPG space, is relatable. And so I'm like, what is something people... Well, you know, like that's why XP to level 3 is so successful. Not why he's so successful, but that's why XP to level 3 is such a good username. Is it rhymes, it's got great syllabic flow. XP to level 3. It rolls off the tongue. You want a name that is relatable and rolls off the tongue and is easy to share. The hilarious thing... Hara, most people call me Nonat. Goblin Killer 8976 is my favorite YouTuber. People call me Nonat more than Brogan, like unless they know me in my real life. If they know me in real life, they call me Brogan. I don't introduce myself as Nonat. But I will say, when I made the channel, I never expected to start getting called Nonat. Because in my brain, I'm like, no natural ones. No one wants to roll a natural one. And me and my friends would always call them Nat 1s. You know, it's a Nat 20, it's a Nat 1. So you don't want Nat 1s. No Nat 1s. Do you know how often I get comments from people? I get comments saying, I've watched you for 6 months, and I just got your name. I get people who are like, I've watched you for over a year, and I didn't understand your name until now. So I think I picked a really bad name. Like, I think there is a large group of people out there who don't know what a Nat 1 is. And what hurts that as well is everyone calls me Nonat. People don't call me Nonat 1s. People call me Nonat. So a lot of people are like, oh, what's a Nonat? You know, what is a Nonat? What does Nonat mean? Is that some slang I don't know? They don't treat it as no Nat. Yo, we got Josh Scorcher in the house. What's good, brother? But yeah, we don't, like, it's very rare I get someone who's like, hello, no Nat 1s. Everyone, you know, and it's understandable. No Nat flows off the tongue better than no Nat 1s. But it's still funny to me every day when someone comes around like, oh, your name means no natural ones. And they've been watching me for like over half a year. So like, it's really sad that my name Negative Nathaniel 1. You got it, Master Potato. You solved my username. I do like the name Brogan. And in my secret second channel project that'll be going live in December, that's what I'm going to go by. Sorry, did you say something? I didn't say something. I thought you said something. But yeah, no, it's still funny to me how often people don't understand my username. I just realized when I paid... Well, so I think that's the big problem, Hara. Which I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Hara. I'm just, like, H-A-U-R-H, Hara, sounds right. It doesn't get explained until my outros. And I do introduce myself as Nonat. That's actually my fault. People don't just call me Nonat. How long have I been introducing myself as Nonat? Hold on. When did I start that? When did I start introducing myself as Nonat? Hold on, we're going to find this out together. Like, yeah, it's obviously been a long time. Hold on. We're going to find out here. Oh, boy, Hero Wars. I can't wait to play Hero Wars. Somehow this is wrong now. What happened? Wait, why is this in 3x4? If I do this, why is that off? Hold on. I don't know why this just got smaller, but I'll fix it. So this is my first video. I don't think I introduced myself as Nonat in my first video, did I? I don't think so.
Of other roleplay systems. Howdy, my name is Nonat, and today...
Oh my god, it's been since my first video? Wait, I literally don't remember doing that. Apparently since the beginning. It's right, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Honestly, it's a nickname after all. Just a BK lady wrote my name wrong. That's my favorite username origin story, Hara. I love it. But, wow. It's my fault. You're right, First Last. It's my fault. Really? Did I... Hold on. Nonat. Oh, wait. I found the Discord conversation. Hold on. I found the Discord conversation. Where is it? No, that's the wrong one. No, maybe I didn't. Oh, here we go. I found it. So, on April 18th, your real name is Josh Burner. Fun fact, Josh, I just learned that like 5 days ago from Ari. Ari mentioned that to me, and I was like, what? I literally freaked out because I'm like, that's so cool. So I found it. Here is the exact thing I sent my friend. Welp, I've officially finished the entire script for my first video and still don't have a name for the channel, LOL. What are your thoughts on no Nat 1s with spaces? No space Nat space 1 apostrophe S for the channel name. Kinda rolls off the tongue out loud. Could even go by the alias Nonat. I literally said that in Discord. And then the same day, literally the same day, I said, dude, picture it. Nonat November. Literally the same day. I muted myself. I apologize. I meant to turn that off. No, not that. There it is. That's what I meant to turn off. Sorry. OBS has a mute function, and I kept accidentally hitting the wrong button. Because, joke's on you. I'm quite... How do I say this in a way that YouTube won't demonetize me? The giggly juice has impaired my neurotypical functionality when it comes to verbal expression of thought. There we go. Oh, man. I have not been looking at chat. Corey, my name is Benjamin, which means son of Rachel. Take a wild guess as what my mother's name is. Sarah. Just list the chemical compound that makes the drink. So I'm... What? Abandonment issues. That is not safe for YouTube monetization. You can't just get drunk on YouTube. That's not age appropriate. That is not monetizably feasible for advertisers. They will demonetize a channel for even talking about alcohol in a societal way. No, I have impaired my neurological functions on a verbal level. Thank you very much. We have sesquip. I'm just gonna copy that into Google. Josh, see what... Sesquipedalian. A long word. Wait, sesquipedalian loquaciousness is an actual phrase. Sesquipedalian, from the Latin root meaning a foot and a half long, and loquaciousness meaning verboseness, effusiveness, and chattiness. Oh, let me try to read out these first few sentences. A predilection by the intelligentsia to engage in the manifestation of prolix exposition through a buzzword disposition form of communication, notwithstanding the availability of more comprehensible, punctiliously applicable diminutive alternatives, also known as gross verbosity. That is on... I don't know what tropodia is, but tropodia.fandom.com. That is the first paragraph about sesquipedalian loquaciousness. And I'm all here for it. Thank you, Josh, for enlightening me. I do love my name. The hard part about my name, Brogan, is that everybody mishears it. I would love to go by Brogan online. The hard part is everyone hears Logan or Rogan, or they're like, what? Because Brogan is not a normal name. Now, the Irish brogue is very famous, which is what I'm named after. The Irish brogue, that's the name of your typical Irish accent. If you're adding a little bit of a lilt onto what you're saying, that's the Irish brogue. It guides you through what you're trying to say without worrying about enunciation, and you can just kind of let it flow out your mouth without skipping a beat. That's the Irish brogue. And that's what I'm named after. Because I'm Brogan. But it usually comes out as Brogan. And because it doesn't have that Irish lilt to it, the Irish lilt's a Brogan. It comes out as Brogan, which people just think as Logan or Rogan. And most people just say, what? Or Broken. Yeah, Broken was my middle name in elementary school. The kids couldn't figure out my name because when they were like 6 or 7 years old, you maybe know the names, Stephen, Sarah, Michael, Mary. But, when you're 6 years old and you hear Brogan, they're like, you're broken? There is a finisher in WWE called the Brogue Kick. The Brogan Kick. Oh, man! All right. See you guys later. I'm gonna give up YouTube. I'm gonna go become a pro wrestler. See you. Just say it with an Irish accent every time, just on the name. Hey there, how's it going? My name is Brogan. Oh yeah, that's Brogan. Yeah, you can call me Nonat, or you can call me Brogan. I've heard Brogan for the first time. How can you miss such a rad name? It's hard because of the way the English language is structured. Brogan are two syllables that don't go together. It's not a common name. Like, theoretically, my and Cull wouldn't really go together either, but because Michael is such an integrated name, it's easy. Because Brogan is not a common name, but Logan and Rogan are. Most people's brains think they misheard the B. I'll say, hi, my name is Brogan. And they'll just think I said Rogan weird or Logan weird. Babe, get out! That's true. No, my girlfriend is right. Babe, why aren't you a mod? Babe, I honestly don't know why I have not moderated you. I have fixed that. But yes, I do get Brody a lot too. Which that one... Josh, do not compare me to Joe Rogan, please. I will ban you. But no, I do get Brody a lot, which is weird. I will say, hi, my name is Brogan. And they'll go, Brody? Like, they get the bro part, but their brains have never heard Brogan. That because they heard bro, the only name they've ever heard before is Brody. So they just default to Brody. And I don't get it. I mean, I get it because the brain works off of familiarity, but I still hate it. I hope I explained it well, Corey, is that try to think of a single other name that starts with bro that's not Brody. Also, my hair is doing a little spike up, but it makes me feel like an anime character, so I'm keeping it. Maybe I got it because I'm not a native English speaker. Maybe, Space Frog. Honestly. Like, maybe it makes more sense to people who treat English as a second language. Because as a first language, broski, God. Fun fact, I had a girl when I worked delivering pizza. I had a coworker who called me Brody. No, not Brody, Brogy. They got Brog, and they understood my name was Brogan, but they called me Brogy. And like in the moment, I was like 22, and I'm like, I want this person to like me. They're new. I've worked here for 8 months. They're new. I want to make sure they integrate themselves comfortably. Sure, you can call me Brogy. And I did. And like, honestly, for that person alone, I don't even mind. Like, that was the one person I'm like, yeah, Brogy is fine. But I've had other people who know my name call me Brogy, and I'm like, no! You're not allowed to call me Brogy. That is such a cringy name. How did we get to broccoli? Bronan, Broderick, Brosif, Brodin. I will say, Potato, I've never heard of someone named Brodin. I have met or heard of 4 other Brogans in my life. 3 of them are real people. One of them, which this is gonna date me, Broly Kakarot. One of them, I want to know if all right, I'm about to say something that just might awaken a memory in someone in the chat. How many people are in the chat right now? We got 65 people in the chat. Does the name Detective Jose Brogan unlock a memory in anyone? And if so, can you place the name Detective Jose Brogan? Or when I was 9 years old and called him Detective Jose Brogan. I'm curious here. Somehow, but not placing it. A provisional driver's list. No idea. This is one of the most obscure things. Don't forget. That's true, Knight Marshall. You're not wrong. That is something else I learned at like the age of like 12, is that Brogan is also the name of a shoe. There is a type of shoe called a Brogan. Part of a game? Yes. Valhalla. Valhalla is the closest so far. Yes. Detective Jose Brogan is part of a game. But at this point, I'm guessing someone's just going to look it up, so I will explain it. Yes! Yes, Valhalla! Yes! I don't know if you looked it up. Master Potato as well. Be honest. Be honest with me. Valhalla Potato. Did either of you look that up? Or did that actually uncover a memory from an earlier time? I want to know. Don't try to impress me. Just be honest. Never played. City of Heroes was so good. I should stream City of Heroes after a while. Because, like, City of Heroes is straight up, like, one of the best. So here's the thing. Came out when I was like 10. Same! Yeah! So City of Heroes was my first ever MMO. Before World of Warcraft, before anything. City of Heroes was my first MMO. I have so many stories about City of Heroes and learning how MMOs work. But instead, it is an MMO about superheroes and supervillains. Yes, first class. And I will share those stories with you as soon as I run to the bathroom and roll another ad. Pranked! As for you people who have premium or whatever, this prank doesn't work as well, but deal with it! I'm back. And by back, I mean on my way. Whoop. Oh my god, hello. I don't even know why I need these headphones anymore. There's no music playing. Whatever. Alright. Bootleg Charm anime sofa attack in the Valley of Fire or whatever with the I love Pro CD. Pro CD is perfection. Another drink? Pfft, Corey, why would I have another drink? I am currently at the level of... How do I say this without getting demonetized? My current neurological mental impairment is to the point where I spent a solid 6 seconds in the bathroom moving my brow up and down because the light was reflecting differently in my iris. Anyone who has also been verbally and mentally impaired at this level can relate. Hamster wheel has stopped. Hamster wheel never stops. But okay. All right. So, one of my favorite stories I love to tell about City of Heroes. Chat, if I was to tell you BRB, what does that mean? If I was to type into chat the letters BRB, what does that mean? Can someone tell me exactly what that would translate to? You know this. I have told this story before. Yes. But yeah, what is BRB? Yeah, exactly. Mr. Blawface, you get your A+ on your internet report card because you got it right. Babe, Mora, I don't even know if you know this story because I don't talk to you about my old MMO days that often. But yes, be right back. BRB does not mean Big Rocking Brogan, as much as Corey wishes it did. This meant be right back. However, you sure are a moderator, baby. However, hold on. What year did City of Heroes come out? I want to make sure I know what age I was. City of Heroes release date. City of Heroes came out in 2004. So I was 9 years old, maybe 10, if we got it late. I don't, because we didn't start playing around when it came out. So I was probably 10 years old. So, I was probably almost 11. Because for the first, 6 months of playing the game, my dad told me, hey, don't play with other people. You are allowed to play solo, because the game is fine. You can play the game by yourself. But if anybody sends you a message, don't respond. And me, being a very, very good moral boy, listening to my parents, I was like, okay, I'll play solo. So I played this MMO without people for a solid 3 or 4 months. At which point, my dad told me, you're old enough now, or maybe I asked. It's so long ago, I don't remember if he told me or I think I asked. You know what? Oh my god, I think someone invited me to a party. And I ran upstairs and asked my dad, hey, someone just messaged me and asked me if I could join their party. Can I join them? Yo, see you later, Josh. I'm sad you're missing out on this story, but if you want to know it, hit me up. I'll message you later. I asked my dad, can I join their party? And my dad was like, yeah, sure. I think he was busy. I think he was in the middle of something, so he couldn't come. He wasn't going to come down and watch me, but he trusted me. You know, I've always been a little bit mature for my age. I was 10 years old, and he trusted I would be okay. So I went downstairs, and I was like, I almost wonder if I messaged this person, yeah, my dad says it's okay, and joined the party. Now, this party was just me and this other person. I don't know who they were. I don't know anything about them. And we met up. We were by the city center, the main hub area where you would level up. They're like, meet me over here. And I'm like, sure. And the map showed where they were. So I ran over. I was level 3 or 4. I was a new character. I ran over and met up with them. And I'm like, what are we doing? And they said, hold on, BRB. And in my brain, with no experience, I did not know what BRB meant. So I thought he said, burb. And I said, excuse you. Because I thought he burped. About 20 to 30 seconds go by, and I go, hello? Question mark? Another 30 seconds. Are you there? Question mark? And I quit the team and went off. And I just went off to do more solo stuff. Because I thought this guy invited me onto a team, typed his burp, and stopped responding. And I never heard from him again. He didn't whisper me or anything. So from his perspective, he messages this person. This person probably says, let me ask for my dad's permission. Or maybe I didn't send that. I don't remember. But they get a message saying, yeah, my dad says it's okay. I joined them. They spend 30 seconds waiting for me to cross the hub area to meet up with them. They say BRB. And they come back to their computer. I've left the party. And all I said was, excuse you. Hello? Brogan has left the party. I wonder who this person is who's weaving. I would love to find this person. It's never going to happen. This is the kind of memory that someone just doesn't remember, but I remember it vividly. I think I remember it because I probably learned, you know what it was? I think I told my dad. I think the next day, I told my dad, yeah, I walked up to the guy and he just said, burb. And I left. And I think my dad told me it was be right back. So because I learned so soon after I made a fool of myself, I never forgot it. Like, but can you at least see where I'm coming from? I'm 10 years old. Someone says burb. And I'm like, that's close enough to burp, right? BRB compared to BURP? Am I crazy? I remember the 9 years it would take RuneScape to load on dial-up. I never played with dial-up. No. I didn't start playing online until after we had normal internet, whatever came out after dial-up. No, don't apologize, abandonment issue. I love that story. I don't know how many people have stories about how they learned what internet acronyms meant, but that's how I learned what BRB meant. Exactly, Kaizen. No, so I actually did not play World of Warcraft till I was probably 14. And if Warcraft came out in 2004, I probably didn't play. I didn't really play World of Warcraft till Wrath of the Lich King. And at that point, my brothers taught me how to play. How did you learn about Rafflecopter? 9gag. I learned about Rafflecopter through 9gag and Retinlink. The first time I read Lemao, I thought it was Limao. Lemon in Portuguese. Dude, that joke is lemon. Dragonica. Never heard of that one, Valhalla. I played WoW when I was like 8 during Wrath as a Death Knight. Oh, you were one of the little kids who made a Death Knight and was like, I'm max level too. I worked to max level myself. I can honestly say, Abandonment, I hated those people. I hated you as a kid. Because I was like, I'm 14. I worked my way up as a mage from level 1 to level 80. You made a Death Knight from 52 to 80. We are not equal. Lemao, French kite. Growing up, whenever I saw an acronym I didn't know, I looked it up. So that's the hard part, Potato. That's the hard part, is I grew up just before the internet proper. When I was 10 years old, it was 2005. The internet was not structured as it is now, and I was not knowledgeable of the internet as it is now. I didn't know I could go, what does BRB mean, ? I was still of the mindset. Because at that age, I had probably never looked up an answer on the internet before. I was of the mindset that I don't know what that means. Someone has to teach me. If there's no one to teach me, I probably already know what that is. And honestly, Anonymous, you're not even wrong. I didn't even know it was an acronym because it was all lowercase. I got LOL because that was all capital. Capital L, capital O, capital L. They're all capitals. I know those letters all stand for different words. But lowercase BRB, I didn't know. That's probably how I learned about it, honestly. I don't know if I asked my dad or if I talked to someone later on who was like capital B, capital R, capital B, who I probably then asked, what does that mean? See, this is one of those moments I wish I had vision into my past, because I don't know which is actually accurate. If my dad taught me or a stranger on the internet taught me. And this has just got me thinking, how many things was I taught by strangers? How many acronyms and slang terms and other general society descriptions was I taught by randoms on MMOs? It's really sad, but I was so much more social on MMOs as a kid. As a kid, I was so excited to talk to people. Like, as a kid, I loved getting into parties, wasting time, even if nothing happened. But then after I turned like 16 or 17, I just started playing solo. Your dad at home, your dad on the... My dad at home, not Jason Bullman. Like, when I play an MMO nowadays, I either party up with friends or I don't talk to anybody. When I play World of Warcraft, I solo. I play from level 1 to max level entirely on my own, sometimes with Dungeon Finder. But even now, I don't like Dungeon Finder because it makes me out-level zones. And I don't get to finish the quest lines. Oh, I'm sorry, First Last. Now that I'm an adult, other players give me anxiety. Yes! Yes, Anonymous! That's exactly it! Is now that I am old enough to think about the perspective of other people and not just myself, it stresses me out. Everything I say when I'm not verbally impaired goes through my head as, what will the other person think if I say this? If I type out, hey, how's it going? My brain has to first think, if I was in their shoes and this random person sent me a message saying, hey, how's it going? How would I react? And if I would react negatively, I will not send the message. It's probably part of anxiety. I don't know if it's society created or if it's a brain thing or both. But yeah. No, there are so many people on the, modern day, there's so many people on the internet I would love to contact. I would love to collaborate with. I would love to talk to. But I'm too scared to say, hey, would you want to come on the channel sometime and hang out? Because if I got that message from a random person, I'd be like, I don't know you. Who are you? This is uncomfortable, you know? Does that make sense? Playing solo is really fun because you can put stuff on in the background. I agree. I was a solo player as a kid, but now I'll just pop into game chat and mess around with people. Oh, that sounds fun. What do you think about Dragonflight? I'll have to play it. I like the idea of the new class. I don't like that it's restricted to a certain race. I do know Fubar. I do know... Someone asked that before. I know Fubar. I don't think I know Bohica. Below other high-intensity Californian aesthetics? What if they're damage parsing and think I'm trash? No, I was always amazing. That's some... I'll get back to that in a second, Anonymous. Competitive games are... I hate competitive. I do not play competitive. I hate PvP. PvP sucks. That makes me not enjoy... That makes me enjoy playing solo type with randoms. I have no... Yeah. I feel that first loss. I don't like playing with randoms. I don't know you. That's my purse. I have hung out with Bad Luck Gamer Anonymous. Me and him met at PaizoCon last year. Or this year. It was great. So I like to hang out. You didn't have to do a whole stream to ask me. Just have similar hang-ups. Eventually develop the F-it mentality. I'm trying to work on it. I don't care what the other person thinks. I just don't want to deal with random idiots. Not sorry. That's fair. That's fair as well. It's part of my brain. I'm worried. There's part of me that's like, oh, I'm 27. I only have X number of years left. What if I hang out with this person and it's a waste of time? And then instead of hanging out with that person, I play Brotato and waste 3 hours anyway. Dragonflight's supposed to have a new class? Yeah, I don't remember the name of the class. Someone help me out. But I was going to answer Anonymous. You mentioned, what if they're damage parsing and think I'm trash? That's something that I did gain from being solo. I don't know if it was worth it, but I was really decent at the game. I was almost always above average in DPS in World of Warcraft, mainly because game mechanics have always come to me as second nature. I understand the math, I understand the rotation, I understand how to manage cooldowns. You know, if something's on a 1 second cooldown and something else is on a 2 second cooldown, I'll cast the 1 second, then I'll cast the 2 second, then I'll cast the 1 second once, and then again, and by the time I've casted it again, I'm back to the 2 second, and then I balance it. I'm very good at micromanaging cooldowns. And that's something I learned because I wasn't focused on the social aspect of MMOs, which probably hurt me in the long run. But it does lead to another story. Because it is another... All right, settle down. It's time for another Nonat story. And this one's less embarrassing and more proud. I was playing World of Warcraft. I was probably 17? 17 sounds right. Might have been 19. I can't remember if I was in high school or college. If it was high school, 17. If it was college, 19. I was still living with my parents. But it was... I want to say I was 19 because it was to the point where my sleep schedule was borked. And my sleep schedule wasn't bad in high school. In high school, my sleep schedule was pretty set because school demands it. But in college, you know, sleep schedule is whatever you want because you're terrible at making decisions. I remember it's like 4 in the morning. I've been playing World of Warcraft, grinding dungeons. Because this is post-Cataclysm. The fastest way to level up is now Dungeon Finder. I'm not doing quests. I'm leveling up my Arcane Mage, which was the easiest thing to play. I think this was Mists of Pandaria. And Arcane, it was either Mists of Pandaria or what came after. It was one of the two. It was either that or what came after. And I was grinding up my Arcane Mage. You know how to play an Arcane Mage in Mists of Pandaria? You put Arcane Blast on 1. You put... it was not Draenor. It was definitely Pandaria. So it was not Draenor. So it was Pandaria. You know how to play an Arcane Mage in Pandaria? You put Arcane Blast on 1. You put Arcane Missiles on 2. And you put Enervate on 3. And you put your cooldown reduction on 4. And you go 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2. I'm out of mana. 3. Enervate 1 1 1 1 1 2, and the fight's over. So, and then if it's a boss fight, you hit 1 1 1 1 1, hit the ability that makes your cooldowns get cut in half, and then spam 1 till you run out of mana, and then you get into the normal pattern. It is 4 in the morning. I'm playing World of Warcraft as an Arcane Mage. We are on the last boss of a dungeon that I don't even remember. I'm half asleep. All I remember is playing through the dungeon. I'm hitting 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1, and then just clearing trash mobs. Sometimes hitting Arcane Explosion if it was a wide trash mob with a lot of weak dudes. And we get to the final boss, and I'm sitting there like, I'm 19. I'm sitting there like this, and I fall asleep, and I wake up. I fix my posture. I am top of the DPS chart. I fell asleep, and I woke up top DPS because even asleep, I was able to go 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2. It was so ingrained in my muscle that even asleep, I could do top DPS. Arcane Mage was so broken, and I still remember it to this day, that I fell asleep and woke up top DPS. Fire's never been top Master. It's been a flop between Arcane and Frost. Fire's always been mid. But I still did that in Phantasy Star Online? What? Wait, how did you do that in Phantasy Star? Phantasy Star is so active, like Monster Hunter style. Audio cues even when asleep. Oh my god, Anonymous, that's impressive. Yeah, I don't even know if it's dedication, Corey. It's just like, 3 weeks of grinding dungeons, or however long I did it. And as an Arcane Mage, you only have 2 spells that matter. It's wild. What happened to the dagger behind you? It's over there on the table. So the problem with the dagger behind me, Corey, is I kept backing up into it. Like, I would go... So, like, the distance between, like, now I'm at my desk, now I'm at the wall. So I would keep trying to get up from my desk, and I'd like go get a bite to eat, and I'd bump into the dagger, and the dagger would fall. So I had to take it down until I get like a standing desk or an apartment with more room. It's gonna move. That doesn't sound interesting gameplay. It wasn't, and it was. So first, last, the problem is that because it was so easy. Because it was so easy to get to top of DPS, it was satisfying. Enter a dungeon, play with minimal effort. I had the DPS add-on. I would get that dopamine of beating the final boss and be like, hey, I was the best out of these 5 people. I'm amazing. And I'd go to bed like with that weird pride, I guess. And it also allowed me to like watch TV shows and stuff while I played World of Warcraft. Even while dungeoning, I could watch YouTube. Because it's really easy to watch a video and go 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1 1 2, So that's about why. I once was on the Devil's Lettuce and won 10 consecutive games of Smite and recalled none of it. Yo, let's go. That evil lettuce, baby. Fire was insane in Legion and end of BFA, but Fire needs good gear. That's what it was. Fire needed crit chance. If you don't have crit chance for free Pyroblast, you're screwed. All right. It's been about 2.5 hours. Chat's dwindling down. We got 49 people in here. I think it is time to call it a stream. I prefer crunchy finger-breaking gameplay in top-tier Vermintide. Vermintide was fun. I can't wait till Darktide. Darktide 40k is going to be amazing. I've been blazed while raiding as a Blood Death Knight tank. Blood Death Knight tanks don't die. You get a chain of 10 free blast? I bet. But, alright. I'm going to call it there. I'm going to finish off my age-appropriate seltzer. And then I have a not Pathfinder, a D&D game tonight, so I'm excited. But thank you all for hanging out. Thank you to everyone who donated. You were all incredibly generous. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I would have called this Hopefinder classless. It felt like more like 2 classes. What? No, Hopefinder is completely classless. Hopefinder is just Hopefinder. So back here. Let me move over. Before we end off, the big difference between Hopefinder and Pathfinder is that Pathfinder is class-based. Hopefinder is ability-based. Because you don't have a class, but you get to choose your Hopefinder ability bonuses, Hopefinder is entirely based on which abilities you choose to invest in, whereas Pathfinder is based on the class. The only thing holding Hopefinder, not the only thing, but the thing holding Hopefinder back is that there's almost no point in investing in con. Like, maybe it was something I missed because we didn't finish the whole rulebook, but if you want to see the rulebook, use the link in the description and go buy it. But you basically make your own class in Hopefinder. You don't... It's not like 2 classes. It's, in a way, infinite classes, just because there is feats to pick from. Hope that makes sense. But, alright. The only classes are rich and poor. I came in well past the intended content of the stream, but I am satisfied nonetheless. I'm glad. I'm glad when people leave my streams satisfied, because I tend to end them just sort of on a whim out of nowhere. And I always worry that makes people upset, but it sounds like people tend to enjoy it. So I love getting to go off on tangents with y'all, especially while imbibing age-appropriate beverages that inhibit my verbal capacities on a mental level. Hope y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Later.